Hey, what's going on? I'm here in Oviedo, Florida today on the banks of the Econlockhatchee River, otherwise known as the Econ River. I'm meeting my good friend Greg from Adventures in Florida. He and I have shared some bold adventures together over the years, and I can't wait for him to show me the wonders of the Econ. So come on, let's get on board. Hi, I'm Ned, and I've been exploring the waters of Central Florida all my life, and I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite adventures. So hop on board and let's go discover some of the best ways to experience life on the water in Orlando North. Hey, Greg, what's going on, old buddy?
Hey, Ned. Good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long while since I've been on this river. Can you give me a quick rundown of how this is gonna go today?
Yeah, well, the river hasn't changed since the last time you were on here. Okay. So we're gonna do the same 8.5 mile paddle. It's pretty straightforward. It's gonna take us about 3 to 4 hours. The river level is really good. It's really primo. It's gonna set us up for an easy paddle with not too many snags or deadfalls. And we should be able to see a lot of wildlife. In the last week, we've seen a couple of manatees, and of course, the Econ's famous for its giant alligators, so We'll definitely have an adventure today.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm super excited. Let's get going.
Yeah, man, let's get this adventure started.
Nice.
Your paddle journey kicks off at the public launch spot on Snow Hill Road in Oviedo. It's free and open to everyone. As you paddle downriver, you'll be exploring part of Seminole County's protected wilderness, where 75% of the area is untouched and preserved for future generations. Get ready to immerse yourself in the beauty of this hidden gem as we paddle into an exciting adventure ahead.
So, Greg, before this was preserved and kept for future generation, what was going on out here with this water?
Well, most of this land was owned by just a few families, agricultural purposes. In my lifetime, when I was young, it was mostly cattle. Before that, it was celery farms. And before that, it was citrus. Citrus was, back when this was still part of Orange County, almost all of this was oranges. But then I think it was in 1894, 1895, back-to-back years of hard freezes, it wiped all the citrus out of Seminole County and Orange County. And within 10 years, it was replaced with celery. So this was actually the celery capital of the United States.
That's not something you read every day.
No. People don't think about where their celery comes from.
No.
And now all the celery's gone.
But the river's still here.
Right, and so they got it in time and they protected it.
And is there a protection in place that it's gonna hold this place like it is now?
Well, right now, what we've been traveling this whole distance has been state forest, and that should be in perpetuity. You know, that should be forever.
So Greg, this is pretty amazing. What do we got coming up around the next corner or two?
Right around the bend, we're gonna come up to what they call Bar Street Trailhead. A lot of people like to park there and use it as access to the state forest for backpacking. A lot of fishermen put in there because it's a short walk down to the river. And then we're gonna be right at the Flaggler Railroad where the bridge was put in for the railroad. We'll have lunch there. Right after that, there's a really great rope swing we can check out, see what your adventure level is. And also, for the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing a couple of manatees that have been hanging out in the river, which is very unusual. And my guess, they're in search of food.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Back to lunch for a second. I heard that you're a cookie master. Are there any cookies on the menu today?
There will definitely be cookies.
All right.
I think that's why most people come on our trips. It's the homemade cookies.
Nice touch, Greg.
One of the best perks of booking a tour with Greg, he takes the time to prepare a scrumptious lunch for everyone. He's modest, but trust us, he's an amazing cook. Staying hydrated and fueled is key for a safe paddle, and Greg always finds the perfect spot with a great view to enjoy your meal.
Cookies!
Yes.
Oh, Greg, I'm so glad to see some things haven't changed.
It's changed a little. They're better.
Oh, nice. You're literally the only guide I know that puts out a spread like this.
Yeah.
Are you doing this on all the trips, or?
We do this on all of our long river trips. So the Wakaiba, Rock Springs, Blackwater, the Econ. And yeah, we like to make homemade cookies, kind of sets us apart. And like I said, I think that's one of the reasons people come back is just the cookies. So enjoy it.
Let me check.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Much better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, we always put out some cheese, always have some meat, crackers, fresh fruit, veggies, and hummus.
I love it. A little protein and carbs to get you through the rest of the paddle. Cheers.
I do make a good cookie.
Greg, that was fantastic. I appreciate you bringing those cookies,
Yeah,
man.
man, of course.
As we were eating, I noticed all these little trails that are everywhere. What else are people doing out here on the Econ?
So if you don't want to hit the river and canoe and kayak, there's the Florida Trail, which is about a 1,200-mile trail that starts all the way down in Big Cypress and goes all the way to the Black River State Forest by Milton. Also, there's the Jones East Trailhead, which is for mountain bikers. And you think as Florida is flat, but the old celery ditches are 45 feet deep, and they use those for mountain biking, and they got jumps, and they have dozens of miles of trail. And just beside that, on the other side of the river, they have the equestrian center. It's over 30 miles of horseback trail. Some people just ride the trails, and some people actually come back here and they camp using their horses pack stock. So yeah, every now and then you'll see on the side of the river, you'll see people on horses, which is really nice.
I love the Econ and all the neat things it has to offer. What other trips are you offering?
Well, this is one of our signature tours. We've been doing this for coming on 30 years. I've been doing this, man. I feel old. But we're still running all of our trips on the Wekiva, the lower Wekiva, Blackwater Creek, Lake Norris, and then we have our shorter paddles. We have the Orlando Manatee Encounter and our bioluminescence tour over on the coast every night of the week in the summertime. So
Bioluminescence, tell me more about that.
in the summer months, everything in the water in the Indian River Lagoon, anything that moves or wiggles glows in the dark.
Oh, wow.
So you can use your finger, all the dolphins, the manatees, the fish, the crab, the octopus, everything moving is glowing in the dark, and it's just magical.
What's up next for this trip?
Well, let's go and get to the Flagler Trail and the railroad bridge.
Awesome, man.
Let's do it.
Greg, this is amazing out here. What do you tell your clients when you bring them on a tour about this area and why it's so important?
You know, people need recreation, they need to get away from the city. But also, you know, it supplies us with clean air, clean water. All these trees are cooling off the temperature. Seminole County had the foresight to set things aside. Now people that want to get out of the city or get away from the attractions, they can come to see what people came to Florida originally for, you know, for our wild scenic beauty. I mean, it's quiet.
It feels like we're in an oxygen factory out here. It's just fresh air.
Yeah. You always have that sense like you're the first person going down the river. Nice and quiet.
This is an awesome adventure, Greg. I love it out here.
Oh, it's gonna get better.
Greg, these railroad bridge looks ancient. How long has this place been around?
So you're walking right now on the Kissimmee Valley section of the Flagler Railroad. This railroad was built in 1913, the same year that Seminole County broke away from Orange County and became an independent county. And it ran from Lake Okeechobee all the way to New Smyrna. And it was used to bring wood products, turpentine, citrus, fish to market at the town of Osceola, which is now Geneva. And it was maintained primarily by black communities, the closest one being 2 miles that way to Chuliota on Lake Linnell. And there's still a cemetery there, mostly unmarked cemetery. So these are original 1913 pylons, and they're still standing, which is amazing. And when I was a child, it was a wire footbridge. We called it a monkey bridge. You'd walk on the wire and you'd hold 2 wires to get across.
Yeah, they don't build them like that anymore.
No, and now this is actually part of the 1,200-mile Florida Trail.
Very cool.
Yep.
Greg, thank you so much. That was amazing out there.
So good to have you, man. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, I haven't been out there in so long, and it's still just magnificent as it was when I went 10 years ago.
Yes, man. Always come out, and we're still doing our trips on the Wekiva River.
Okay.
And we're still doing our bioluminescence and our manatee encounter. So come out. You get a day off, call us.
How do I get people to sign up for those tours? Where do they go?
Yep, then go to our website, adventuresinflorida.com, wekivaoutfitters.com, or econoutfitters.com, and you can always call me.
Oh, perfect. Thanks so much, brother. Whether you're a hardcore adventure junkie or just looking to get lost in the woods, this is the perfect tour for you. Thanks so much for joining me on this Econ adventure, and I can't wait to see you on board next time with Due Orlando North.